Hi, it's Leona and welcome to my channel. This is a part 2 of a 4-part series that I am doing to make jewelry with washers. For this one we are going to use images that you can buy or you can make on your own. I have done both. I've purchased these off of Etsy. If I can find the store, I will link it below. I purchased these a couple years ago, so I have to look and see if I still have the information on that. But they are 1-inch images, and I use a 1-inch hole punch to punch them out. Now this is a glossy paper. You can use cardstock. I've used both. So I usually just line it up and cut it towards me so I can see. And I cut out all the images like that. Then what I do, after I punch out my images, it'd probably be easier to do this beforehand. I just happen to punch mine first, but you can also take your sheets, lay them out. I spray a coating of this Mod Podge clear acrylic sealer. And the reason I do that is I have found in the past that the images tend to bleed when you put a coating on there. I will show you one that I have right here. This one, now, there's two things that I had a problem with on this one. One, it started to bleed a little bit, and two, I must have touched it with another one and it stuck together. So this is a dud that's just in my dead pile. But it is just a regular washer. These are 1-inch washers. They have about a 1/8 inch opening. I picked these Fender washers up at Home Depot. So they're pretty simple, but which you can do a couple different things with these when they're done. So we take a basic 1-inch washer, and let me grab the box here. So they are Fender washers, like I said, and you can get a whole package of them. So you take the washer, and you don't have to do anything with them, which is nice. There's no prepping. You really don't have to do anything to get these ready. You just get your images ready. I have a whole bowl here. Let me just grab them. And there's just a bunch of different images. There's candy, there's strawberry shortcake, there's superheroes, we have Hunger Games, Tangled. There's just a lot in here, and I'm sure there's much more new and exciting ones on Etsy. I have not looked because I don't want to spend any more money, but I definitely like the ones that are pre-made. It's a little less hassle, but let me see. I think I have a couple in here that I made myself. Let's see if I can find one really quick. I have like a puppy and a kitty one. You can also buy 1-inch they're templates. So a blank template with 1-inch circles all through it, and then you just drag your images in that you like this one. Who is the most awesome person today? That was something that I found, on a Google search, and I just dragged those images into the document and made my own little, images to punch out of a sheet. So you definitely don't have to spend money to get images. It just takes a little bit of time to, make your own. For this one, I'll show you a couple that I've done. This one's a strawberry shortcake one. Let's turn it the right way. This one is strawberry shortcake. Betty Boop is one of my favorite cartoons, and so I made one with her. And then strawberry shortcake was a childhood favorite, so here's another one. My kids also like strawberry shortcake, so it's kind of nice. And then the last one that I've already prepped here, this one is Wizard of Oz. Now these are a variant of different paper styles because I just print on whatever I have. So some are photo paper and some are cardstock, some are matte photo paper, and then I did, like I said, there were some that were photoed on glossy. So once you pick out your images and you attach them, we're going to seal them with some Mod Podge Dimensional Magic, and it makes that clear, sparkly, shiny covering and coating on the top. Now there's a couple different things you can do. When you're done with them, you can place a bail on them. Let me grab the pack here. I got these at Packatans. There's also other variations. You can make your own. This is just one of them. You can take the bail, glue it on the back of the washer with some E6000 glue, run your cording through, and you have a necklace. Now the other things that you can do, I have a different kind of bail. This kind of reminds me of a flattened spoon, but it's really tiny. I know I got these off of Amazon, and this is just a regular keychain jump ring. Excuse me. So after your image is all sealed and shiny and glossy, you glue it all together, and now you've made a keychain. The other thing you can do with these images, and you can definitely do these with your children. This is a kid-friendly video. let me grab this pack. I got these at Packatans. They're already painted and ready to go. You can also definitely use your own bottle caps, and then you just take your image and you put a little bit of this Mod Podge Dimensional is in there. Put just a little bit in there, you take your image and you just kind of press it down so the adhesive spreads around in there. And then once it's dry, you can do one of two things. You can add some of this Mod Podge Dimensional Magic in there and it makes a shiny coat. But we also have these, and they're like an epoxy circle. They're domed. They're sticky adhesive on the back, so you just peel it off the plastic and pop it down there. It's a very fast project. Definitely something you can make with your children, because you can glue a magnet onto the back of these and the kids can put them in their locker, they can put them on the refrigerator, whatever the case may be. So they can make a bunch of magnets. I believe these ones I got from a place called Beataholic. It might have been off of Amazon. I will link one to the description in the description box below, but these are definitely very easy to use. You could probably use them on the keychains and the necklaces as well, but if you don't get a good seal on them, you might get it caught on something and they may come off. So definitely for magnets, that's definitely a great idea. Put that piece of epoxy dome in there, put a magnet on the back, and you have made some magnets. In this case, I haven't decided what I'm going to do with these images. We are going to be using these at my Girl Scout meeting next week, and the girls will likely make necklaces with them. So it's really up to them. Or they might make, like I said, keychains, because they can put these on their book bags, and they can go on, on the pull zipper, and they can use that as well. So these are really, really simple to do. Oh, here's one with a dome on it. This is just a warhead, and you can still see that it's shiny, but it is a plastic dome sticker in there that I pressed down really good. And these I spray painted, the inside and the outside. There was a magnet on here, but it had come off, so it ended up back in my craft room, and I just need to put a new sticker on there. So we'll go through this really quickly and how to do this. And the reason, I already showed you how it bleeds. So I have some images here that I've already sprayed, and let's just we'll use this tangled image here. So you might be able to see a little bit. Let me see how close I can get it. Okay, so you might be able to see that there is a little bit of spray on there. It's not really visible, which is great, because then it doesn't take away from the image and it doesn't overgloss it. I add a few drops of Dimensional Magic onto the washer. Like, no prep work is needed for these, which is great. And then I'm going to line up the image and press it down, make sure that it gets on the washer. It will shift a little bit, but it does dry rather quickly. So just give it a second to make sure that we get a nice seal on there, and press it down along the edges. And it may ooze out in the back a little bit. That's perfectly fine. It'll dry hard and it won't stick to anything. So now that we have that on there, we will take the Dimensional Magic and we'll put a little pull of it onto the washer. Do not shake the Dimensional Magic, as it could get a lot more air bubbles in there than you want. I see an air bubble here, so we'll just go ahead and do our best to pop that. Of course, it doesn't want to pop. So we'll just work it around and see if we can get it to come out. So we just drag it up to the edge. This is a self-leveling product. You can use other things as well. You can use resin, or you can use an epoxy. And there is another dimensional product similar to Mod Podge. It's called Crystal Effects. It does the same thing. So let's just see if we can get this lovely air bubble out of there. Alright, so we're just going to bring this off to the edge so it'll self-level out right to the edge and make a nice little dome shape. I'm just going to put my scissors here so it doesn't move on me. Now, I don't see any bleeding going on here. I'm also trying not to drag this toothpick too much over the image. I did seal them, but you know, if you scratch it, you might get a little bleeding. So I'm just being pretty careful here to make sure that I got everything. And it looks like it's all the way to the edge. Now you let that dry. It usually is able to be handled after about 3 hours. And then you can pick it up and attach a bail to it if you wanted to. I'd suggest letting it sit overnight so they definitely harden. And there you have it. So you can turn those into the keychains, or you can use the magnets, or you can glue a bail onto the back with some E6000 glue and make a necklace out of them. Let me know if you have any questions. If you like the video, please subscribe. Part 3 is coming up shortly, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.